gonna call her Adusa, y'all. Give it up to her, y'all. Keep clapping as she gets to the stage. She's standing up, she's walking, she's about to kill it. She threw the peace sign up 2 times. Let's go.
Tonight we are at the Compound Co-work, and the event is called
Everyone Has a Story, or something like that. Something to that effect.
We're gonna put it below. So
exactly. We're in Brooklyn.
We're in Brooklyn. We travel. Okay. But today, the artists here, they are telling their stories through song, poetry, I guess maybe dance. Are people dancing?
I don't know. They said we're free to dance, so maybe. What else are you gonna say? Every video she be like, this is my song.
We're gonna do a little freestyle for y'all. Give it a Chuck Wolf, y'all. Understand freestyle, I know your mind is difficult. Everywhere is outside and inside, we never cold. Understand what I am saying, feeling like I'm really bold. Understand I got the glasses, you see I'm living lavish. I'm over here just after money, green, with cabbage. I'm over here, I'm feeling ratchet. And now we out in Brooklyn, but I know from Manhattan. I got glasses, I'm being serious. Understand I'm never losing. I got a fist in the air like a shore union. I promise understand, though it's so real. Gotta say what I feel, no trying, no feel ill. Just a road rap, but in fact, yo, my skin is so black. Keenan and Kel, we double time, said we all that. So we had to bring it back. Understand it's all here. Like I said before, you can feel it in the air. Speaking of Chuck Wolf, you can feel it in his hair. He's locked down. Understand, I'm about to prop down. Understand, I promise we got a story to tell. See me flying in the sky, I promise we'll never fail. So I'm about to go looking. I'm over here just cooking. No matter what we doing, my deep, I'm so shooken. I'm looking at the next person. Guess who it is? She go by the name of Belle Brooklyn. Give it up for Belle Brooklyn, y'all.
I always seem to fall for the extraordinary ones. The ones that intrigue my mental and pushes the envelope. The ones with street smarts but difficulty dealing with the matters of the heart. Their heart shaped by broken pieces while still beating with a fight, beaming with a light. All the while embracing the dark, avoiding the mending of it all. It takes some comprehending of these men. I begin to question if it was a reflection of me. Do I desire to fix them, have them feed my insecurities of being wanted, being needed? Realizing I had internal work to do. I realized I wasn't their healer, but I do desire to provide a safe space for their healing. I am not your ultimate peace. However, when your ocean of thoughts come crashing down, I pray my spirit calms your waves. I now see my extraordinariness, my finesse of a woman. Opening up the stab wounds, letting the salt of my tears be the remedy. Going back to the drawing board, no more fear. I'm rearranging the things that needed to be done in me. I am a daughter of the Most High. I am a queen. So you see, extraordinary men, it was not all lost. Your essence guided me to learn many things, develop my internal at every stage. I no longer want to fall for your original type, but rise. Mr. Extraordinary, I'll see you at elevation.
I just want you to know my worth. Is it the worst? Or is it rich like the dirt? I need to know who I am and where I'm from, so I can add up the sum. What is my worth as a black man? Turning on you, see what's happening. People, they laugh and reacting. Fighting a joke on me, Batman. And telling me all lives matter, yo. When I tell them black lives matter, yo. When we say black lives, cause the government don't seem to really think all lives really matter. So, what is my, oh Lord, what is my, oh Lord, what is my, oh Lord, what is my, what is my, oh Lord.
My company is Eternal, and I make organic plant-based skincare.
Y'all ain't buying enough copies, but these white kids get a kick out of black negativity. So I sample on tracks manifested buffoonery, because these black companies can't offer what these white ones is paying me. So for an MTV crib and a chance at luxury, I close my third eye and compromise my dignity. Like y'all females dancing my #1 hit songs, misogyny, rhythmic masochists, gyrating to degradation, souls missing something, like single parent housing. Now you know why today's black youth is unbalanced. Say don't talk future gang members or corner drug dealers. Listen to me, Lil Wayne, a 2 Chain, trying to figure out who's a better father figure. And our streets are structured. Black leaders crossed over, selling out our structures to development vipers. And our black doctors and lawyers moved out the greener pastures. They don't know role models. They have Dr. Cosby season, making us friends and victims. All these misguided elders spewing the word nigga with lousy explanations. Y'all are taking us backwards. Finn Rand's Pulp Fiction. What you call me blaxploitation? I'm just a sound on a radio station that y'all keep demanding. So whose fault really is this? I'm from that part of America where genocide thrives is my name. Asbestos when I wake up. I hear sirens when I slumber. But now I'm a Stepford wife. My mother told me if us women don't like to tell you things all the time. Sometimes we want you to figure it out. If us women are already indecisive, we don't want our men to be indecisive too. Dave, if a man has no money, what can he do for you? Relationships to me have always been from a woman's point of view, but I never viewed what it is that I wanted. Where's the wealth in serving women if I leave empty-handed because I never had demands of my own? Ready to love, filled with love, but with no shopping list of my own wants.
Getting that special box of Domino's saved just for company. I know the fright that came from picking out the belt for your own ass whooping. The same way I know the rights that stuck to my knees after punishment. Oh, I know the pride that came from Malcolm and Martin and Gorky and Chavez. I know the fear that came from a Colombian border, but I never understood how I could smell like outside Nor could I wrap my head around how my mom's flying chancla could somehow bend corners. I never danced bachata with skill or caught a me dub on a parkway, but if they were to take my life today, would they even bother to translate my hashtag? Wow. On the days I wore my nation's flag like a receipt, I walked around with the picture of my mother just to convince people I exist. Yes, I know how it feels to wear transparent skin, to sit invisible in a room full of your kin alone amidst two nationalities. I know what it's like to watch your culture like fire. Something you can feel the embrace of, but never hold as your own. I know what it's like to be a window shopper of your own ethnicity. With your face pressed up against the glass, with just enough in your pocket to afford a check box on a census form. I woke up every day for a year straight. I looked myself in the mirror and I told him, te veo cuando nadie más puede, estás aquí, tú eres real, I see you when no one else can, you are here, you are real. I said these things until eventually I believed him, so yes, I'm an Afro-Latino who found beauty in the phrase years before BuzzFeed said it was cool. I found beauty in myself years before Huffington Post used it as a means to connect to millennials, and I'm standing in a room full of people who can finally see me, and I'm confused no more. My father is a man of God. He speaks through chapters and verses of shepherd and sheep. He speaks of ancient cities and how men rose kingdoms from ashes, the same way he built our family from the towers of Brownsville. He speaks of the power of prayer, the strength of the tongue. He speaks of proverbs like that I may have the strength to weather the storm, but the first time one of his mistresses arrived a monsoon on the shores of our front door, it was my mother who calmed the raging winds from her lips, and I wondered, who cleaned the debris from her chest when the storm passed? Was the bosom that I've called home for so long just another ancient city destined for damnation? Ruins suitable for a last resting place, I find. The difference between a bedroom and a tomb is determined only by whether or not you open your eyes again. I can only imagine laying to rest next to the hollow promise of a monogamous man when another woman was a mortician brave enough to paint his body with her perfume. I remember the first time I watched my father cock back on my mother. I was 11 years old, and to this day she will tell me that he has never laid a hand on her. Oh, my mother is selective with her words. She is goat's blood painted on all of the doors. She is protection. My mother is sacrifice, but my father is a man of God. Hell bent on teaching me the ways of the Bible while reliving the trauma of his childhood. What does a man give birth to when he is pregnant? With pride and ego, they are paternal twins. I refuse to accept as siblings. He wants me to pray. He wants me to pray for the grace of God, but every day I just hope for the strength of my mother. How she holds her tongue when her husband is nothing more than a sky full of locusts. Still, he will never be a plague big enough to block out her son.
Support each other network. My old pastor used to say this, and it means so much to me, and I always gotta reiterate it. Show love, speak truth, and we're gonna transform lives. So let's show love, continue speaking truth like we did tonight, and watch us change the world. Alright? Love y'all, yo. Oh, one more time, give it up for DJ OL on the ones and twos, y'all.
Smells good in here, you guys.
We're in the bathroom, so. Okay, come on, let's go.
We're leaving. We're not being weird.